Assalamualaikum everyone.
Hello? Are you there?
We are still in module 1. So our topic today is positioning EA. In previous lecture, we have discussed in terms of the need for EA. So now we are concerned with the EA as a means to meet these needs. Therefore, in this video, we are going to discuss on the historical perspective and governance paradigm. First, let's look at the history of EA. When we say architecture, so people always talk about the construction. So in fact, architecture is well known from the world of construction. So after years of usage in the physical world, in the construction, so the term has also taken a place in the field of IT. EA originated from the development of information architecture in 1960s. So this was developed by P2a Walker, who developed the architectural document. So this architectural document formed the basis for business systems planning, the BSP. So John Zachman was a student of Walker. So he also contributed to the evolution of BSP. Zachman's works were highlighted in his seminal paper named A Framework for Information Systems Architecture in the IBM System Journal. So we start with information architecture, and then we have the business systems planning, and we have information systems architecture, and later it was named enterprise architecture. So now let's discuss on the governance. A simple definition of governance is the action or manner of governing a state, organization, and many more. So it is the establishment of policies and continuous monitoring of proper implementation by members of the governing body within the organization. This will include the mechanism which requires the balance of power of the members, and also their primary duty of enhancing the prosperity and viability of the organization. So the class take a stance that EA plays a very crucial role in the continuous improvement process of an enterprise. So we need to understand the governing role of EA, where we will discuss in terms of the governance paradigm and how are we going to apply the governance paradigm to the enterprise transformation context. Now, what is governance paradigm? It is the model, the principle, essentially the structure that support the framework for decision making and any action within the enterprise. In governance paradigm, there are three assumptions. The first one is we have target system. So target system interact with its environment. The next one, the target system needs to be governed. And the third one, we have the governing system. So this governing system does the actual governing of the process within the enterprise. Now let's look at the general structure of a governance paradigm. We have three elements. So we have target system and governing system which reside within the system, and then we have the environment. So let's say we are in the situation where you try to find a supervisor. So now, what will be the what will be the target system? So the target system is the student who wants to get the supervisor. So in order for the students to get the supervisor, we will have the environment of lecturers, a lot of lecturers. But what is the governing system in that situation? So the governing system would be the supervisor that the students want to choose must relate to the students' project area. So that's the idea of the governance paradigm. So we have more explanation that you can find in the reference topic, in the reference note. So now let's look at the governance paradigm into the actual enterprise setting. So in the enterprise setting or the operational enterprise, So we have the operational enterprise processes. So the operational enterprise processes is basically the process that happens within the enterprise, all the selling, the buying, the management, the operational thing. So that is the target system within the enterprise. So this is actually being governed by the governance of operational enterprise process. So every action within the enterprise is being governed by a governance system without having the enterprise architecture being implemented yet in the enterprise. So now let's say we want to do some changes toward the operational enterprise process. Okay, so we will have the enterprise transformation. So in order to do the transformation process, okay, the transformation here needs the governance, the governing body. Okay, so not only within the system or within the operational enterprise that we have the governance, but we also have the governance applied when we want to do the transformation. So why do we need this governance? Because we want to ensure that the transformation process is being done correctly and according to the stakeholder, the request by the stakeholder. So far, we have discussed on the history of the enterprise architecture and also the governance paradigm. So we will continue our topic in the next videos. Thank you everyone for paying attention. Assalamualaikum.